your story, all of the nurses on floor 7, like, I can take you back to these hospitals to get videos of the people that helped you because they want to see you again. They added me as a friend on Facebook so they could watch you. Mm-hmm. That Jennifer girl, she was your nurse at 7 Down at Hamilton General.
Yeah.
And she loved you. She said you were her favorite patient ever. Like, you've gone through so much, but you would still be smiling. I remember this one time I snuck her little dog in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a video of it. And you're not supposed to bring a dog into the hospital, but this dog was so little, I threw her in my purse. I just closed my purse over, zipped it up, and then I ran upstairs, and this was after hours. But I knew her nurses, and I knew that the one nurse that really liked us was on duty. So even if we did get caught with the dog, I didn't think she would, like, ream me out.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs and I show Mommy, I open the bag, and she freaks out. She's bawling. The dog, she's there with the dog for maybe less than 5 minutes. Like, it was just a quick little visit, but
she was everything.
It was incredible. And then, so the lady comes and opens the door, we hear it, so we're like, oh shoot, like, hide the dog. So Mommy hides it under this blanket. She hides the dog. And we're like, hey, like, so sketched out, right? Because the nurse walks in, we're like, uh-oh, we're in trouble, like the teacher just got here. And then all of a sudden you see the dog doing this, moving around, and she's like, what's in there? What's in that? And Mommy's just like, it's my dog, and she just opens it and shows. And I'm like, she's a rat. She ratted us out of the story. So it was hilarious though, and the lady didn't care. She's like, oh. She's like, I believe in animal therapy. Like, it
That's
works.
the one that's still talking to me.
Yeah, and so she added us as a friend on Facebook because she wanted to watch. Like, because you quickly, as soon as you woke up from your coma, your recovery was so quick. Yeah. Like, you know how they move from, urgent care to ICU to urgent care to all the steps? It was like they wanted you out until you were in the recovery place for quite some time. But
they were wonderful people.
It was good. It was really good. I'm very impressed. Although it was rocky with the beginning and how we were really upset that St. Joe's wasn't available to deal with your scenario. They didn't realize it was a stroke right away. They thought it was a headache. We can get upset at the negligence and, like, how those people in the ambulance weren't able to diagnose right away. But at the same time, those are the same doctors that saved your life. So the people who sue...
I have nothing but happiness for the hospital.
Yeah. You can't be upset.
I'm not a fan for when you're sick and you go in the morning emergencies. I'm not fond of that stuff. But if you're actually in the hospital, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, like, when you're... our waiting system, an emergency room, like, that's horrible.
It's hard.
But when something real happens, like this stroke, they do have the technology. They can solve this. They can bring you back to life after that.
But you and John are the one that made it happen. It's easy for people to be forgotten about if they don't have family around them. But you two wouldn't let bad things happen.
Way.
But there are people without family, Laken.
Yeah, I know. I hope
and they have nobody that's going in and saying, no, you got to look harder.
I know.
And they go home and they die.
Yeah, I know.
It's not fair.
There's so many times, there's so many instances where the hospital has not picked up on what the illness is.
Because they don't know about mine.
And then sent somebody home. Because it happened a week before you had been sick. You had a really bad headache where you were like, let's go to the hospital. Yeah. And we ended up going to the hospital.
And they turned us away.
And we waited in the waiting room
for hours and hours and hours and hours.
And they were like, there's nothing we can do.
That was like 2 weeks before I really got sick.
They're like, maybe we can prescribe you some really strong medicine. What kind of ibuprofen are you on? And we're like,
yeah.
What? Like, this is no help. And
lucky I didn't die that other time.
And we knew something was up. We knew that something was wrong because we were checking up on you every 20 minutes. And that's enough to say, like, you should be at the hospital if we're checking up on you,
It's a hard world now.
I'm telling you, you're very lucky that you didn't end up in the bed.
Very easily. Very easily.
You still can walk now. You still do so much for yourself.
And it's unreal, the videos, Mommy.
That's my Luber.
Luber?
Luba! You're my Luber right now. Because she's giving me beautiful food. Oh, yeah. I am lucky that I'm being shown what I shouldn't be eating. Because one thing people don't realize is my body is sick. And it's not from my headache. It's sick from the food coming into my body. And I can't have the milk, the cheese, the bread, all that stuff. And you're helping me to find the food I can have. It might not be losing all the weight it should right now, but it's eating the proper things, and my pushed up body is going in. It's working. And that's because of you and the food you're helping me with.
That's because of you too. Because without you, I can't do this.
But that's true. That's true.
So if I bring you everything and I said you only allowed to eat this, and you're gonna turn around and say, well, no, I'm not gonna eat what you told me to eat. I'm gonna eat what I wanna eat.
Then that's ridiculous.
We don't accomplish nothing.
Why would I have you here? And that's why I keep trying. As hard as it is, and how much I miss my sugar. I'm not eating sugar now. For 2 weeks, it took me to get over the sugar.
And when was the last time you had a coffee?
I had one yesterday. I have to be true. I have to be truthful. I can't lie.
I thought that was a good one. I was like, she actually hasn't.
But the big thing is sugar. It's the sugar that's good that I'm not having that. Sugar.
And, yeah. Well,
But,
caffeine.
but I heard that it's not just the sugar that's bad for me. Okay, it is sugar that's bad for me.